Hi there, sign up Aries. This is Kim here to do your next 3-day messages. Hope you guys are doing good wherever you're at. Okay, so opening up to your spirit guides and your angels for these messages, and they are always for your Most High. I'm going to pull from the Glyph Sacred Oracle. Oh, you got Key with Freedom. You got the Key with Freedom, number 32. All right. Let me go make sure you can see that really well. Number 32. Here we go. All right. So, all right. Unlocking physical barriers, liberation, and freedom in spiritual and philosophical contexts. Also, the metaphysical realms of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And so it's like unlocking some kind of information. It says that if you get this card, there's going to be a breakthrough from a long-standing issue or obstacle that has previously held you back. So I think that's the one I'm going to go with. There's other meanings to it, but this is your success. It's representing your success. Let's get more information then on how this is going to come about, right? For Aries. Key. Freedom. Could be quite literal for some of you all, receiving a key for, I don't know, a house, an apartment, a car, truck. Geocentric model and black body. I keep saying black body here. Geocentric model. It's healing. It's healing, I believe, the ego's wounds, or the ways in which the ego can be wounded. Some sort of key to success. Ooh. Wow. Yeah. All right. So you know how we can have hurt feelings sometimes, and it's we know usually when it's related to our ego. That's what this is talking about. But I feel like it's also talking about, like, mainly for you all, healing them. The reason I said oh is because this card here, the cell. I'm going to the Cosmos guidebook to show you this, because I don't know if you'd. Like, believe me if I showed you. So you have this key, you have cell, and then literally it says the key to success, the cell. All right. So the key to your success. DNA is in the middle of the cell. What is getting into your, this title forces duality here on the bottom. What are you letting get to you, I think would be the message. If you feel like it's coming from a place of like a wounded ego, this can happen to us in times when we're humbled in life, and you know that feeling, but could still hold on to some sort of pain that's coming from, well, you know, I've always, especially like if you've always defined success as being in a certain, I don't know, role, or having a certain identity, or even making a certain amount of money. If there's something here that was hit, you know, it just remembers the ego that's being hit. The divine self, your divine soul, is infinite and has all possibilities always. And nothing ever hurts your soul, your divine soul. Nothing ever here hurts your soul. But this will make you feel like it's hurt because of over-identifying with things that the ego would be identified with. So maybe there's a lot of dissolution going on right now, or dissolving. That's interesting. So your key to success, your cell. And then, okay, so I actually want to get another card then from this beautiful deck. It is new. I don't think I've introduced it properly. It's Glyph Sacred Symbols Oracle, and I love it. I love it. And then the other one that I love too is the Cosmos Oracle. Okay, so let's go ahead and just keep using these for this, because this message feels profound for you. Wow. Wow. It is profound because there's some sort of awareness here. There's the mirror, the reflection. You could have been in a big, we also have number 7, a big like hermit mode for a while. Okay. I'm going to go to the book on this because I want to have their, this is glyphs, right? So it's telling you when you see that picture of the mirror, the different meanings it could have had throughout history. That's why I love this deck. It gives a lot of like history to, so, all right, the history of the mirror, and forgive me for reading this, but I don't know it all yet. So glyph, sacred, oracle, sacred symbols, oracle. Mirrors have always had a mystical allure, conveying concepts of self-reflection, introspection, and perception. Across ancient cultures, they have symbolized deeper psychological and spiritual truths. In ancient Egypt, mirrors were crafted from polished metal and believed to possess magical properties, offering glimpses into the divine and reflecting the soul's purity. This belief persisted in Greek mythology, where mirrors were considered portals to uncover hidden truths and beauty. But I also want to say that in Greek mythology, doesn't that include Narcissus? And so he fell in love with the reflection. I guess it's not necessarily a mirror though, right? I guess it was a pool of water. Anyway, that story, it's not in here, but he falls so in love with his own image, or maybe over identifying sometimes with the ego, that it was like his downfall, right? Okay, so this belief persisted. Now in Chinese folklore, mirrors are seen as tools to reveal the true nature of reality, reflecting not only physical appearance but also inner character and intentions. That's interesting. In medieval times in Europe, mirrors were rare and precious objects, often found in religious contexts to symbolize clarity of vision and divine insight. So, divine insight. Trust your intuition and discern the truth beneath the surface. Your self-perception needs assessment, or recognize where you may reflect or project your own fears, desires, or insecurities onto others. This one says, visualize a mirror surrounding you, reflecting any negative energy back to its source, protecting you from harmful intentions. Like a resend to sender. That's what it sounds like. Okay, so the key to your success has to do with something that you're becoming very self-aware of. Let's just go deeper and see more about what this reflection is showing the Aries that are watching this. Supernova. Okay. And stratopause. Light curve. Something that's not going to go back. It's not going to ever go back to the way that it was, is a message they're giving me with that. Something is not going back to the way that it was. Okay, so because of you noticing something here, it's not just noticing. It's this is like spiritual insight. This is deep insight that you have, or you're having at this time. And they're saying this with the stratopause, that you are at a, there's like a spiritual junction where you could look at it like a bus stop. You're currently in that little cubicle that's protected, but might only have like a bench here. So there might not be much going on. You might feel like you're waiting for something to come your way, or that you're waiting for your next action. But this is a meaningful pause at this time. And it's telling you that you are in a time of transition. Eventually, you're going to be, that bus is going to come, or whichever one comes, you'll have to decide on which way you're going. So your decision here, there's a lot changing. Light curve. It's the ups and downs. It kind of reminds me of the tidal wave, you know, reminds me of duality, because it is talking about changes, up and down. All we know that one thing constant is change, right? That's been, I like that. The one thing you can count on is change. So something with the supernova, embrace the changes, it says. We cannot predict how this adventure will unfold. Ooh, versatility is the key. Supernova is talking about death and birth, and ultimately it's the birth of a new star through a powerful stellar explosion, but it requires like a previous explosion before here. So something goes, and then something is born. It's so bright it can be seen, like it's so bright you can see it like with your eyes in the galaxy. Yeah, similar to a Big Bang. Yeah, they are born from a large explosion, and also mark the end of a massive star and the beginning of a new one. And the portal 999 is coming out, and it says, Portal 999, an important chapter of my life is coming to an end, so I will let it go with love and put my energy towards the next chapter without being delayed. I hear the call, and I go straight to work on the new purpose. So let's get something on the change now. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then the bottom. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. 16 with the butterfly. You can see that. I think you can see that pretty well. Can you? Well, maybe I'll hold it up for you. It's a light colored one, but oh, full moon. Yes, we'll take full moon too. I just love this deck. Okay, so we have butterfly and we have spiral, and this is so good. Spiral and butterfly. Number 11, master number 11. I think that you have learned so much at this point that you could probably be a teacher of some sort, and that's another message here. You have massive spiritual growth here, and growth, just period. That's what the spiral represents, and you see it all, this symbol, you see it all over, you know, all over the pyramids, everywhere, all over different types of Native American, even Indians. Yeah, so all right, so here is about expanding cycles. So it also represents the cycles that are ending, and then the new cycles, right? But it's like, talks about Eastern philosophies like Hinduism and Buddhism. The spiral can represent the coils of Kundalini energy, signifying spiritual awakening and the path to enlightenment. It is your tool for transcending worldly limitations. And so in these, and the reason I love this deck so much is because symbols are so very important to interpret them correctly, and to know what they are, because once you do, you know that they hold a lot of power in them. They represent so many different words and phrases. They represent so many different cultures. So the symbol itself, very, very powerful, very powerful. Continuous transformation and spiritual ascent. And it says here, if you receive this card, there is nothing that cannot happen for you. There is nothing that cannot happen. That's beautiful. And then, so the butterfly, you know, is transformation. There is also the cocoon period. So there could have been a time, you know, like with the reflection card that I got, a time of being in the chrysalis, right? Allowing everything to basically like dissolve so it can take a new form, turn to mush, and then turn into a new form. So there's a lot of trust, but it is a natural spiritual process, the butterfly. Yeah. It says you're entering a new phase of growth. Remember to stop and celebrate the milestones that you've had up until this point. And then the full moon means exactly like there's a cycle coming to an end. That's what that card is. I think that this is your message. I think that's your main message. Yeah, embrace the final stage of this cycle. Embrace the final stage. So congratulations, because this reading looks like you have achieved something pretty big, pretty major in your life right now. And you had to kind of overcome the geocentric model. You had to overcome the ego running your show for you. So that's what I have for you here, Aries. I think I'm going to leave it at that. If you're looking for private reading, the information's in the description box below. They are pre-recorded, by the way. That's just how I do them. They're not live, but they are based. I do make them on your energy, though. So I do get connected with your energy in order to make them. And thank you all for the support so far. I'm sending you love and light. Bye.